What a moment. That was earlier this week, and that's a look at how Manning Family Children's Hospital broke ground ahead of a big expansion of its neonatal intensive care unit, the NICU, as we call it, right? Parents don't like to imagine their own baby needing to stay in the NICU, but this project will nearly double the capacity of the NICU to 60 beds. The project also triples the size of the unit to better care for the tiniest babies and their families as well. So joining me now to talk about this really important project, Lindsey Casey, Chief Nursing Officer with Manning Family Children's Hospital. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So incredible moment that you get to break ground on something like that, but explain to people why we need it.
Yeah, we are growing the capacity for our ability to take care of Louisiana and really the Gulf South's tiniest neonates, because there is a, Louisiana ranks second worst in the country for preterm birth rates.
Wow.
And so we have more and more babies being born at extremely low birth weights and early, 22 weeks gestation, sometimes barely a pound.
Wow.
And so with that comes, really long lengths of stay. And just to give you a statistic from last year, we had 44 of those what we call micro preemies that we cared for.
What is a micro preemie?
So one of those babies who are born very early, 22, 23 weeks gestational age, at a very low birth weight, maybe a pound oftentimes.
Wow.
And they come with a very long length of stay. Year to date, we've already admitted more than 22, so more than half of what we've cared for in all of 2025.
Incredible.
So the need continues to grow.
I know that you said during the commercial break it's multifactorial, lots of reasons why this is happening. Give us a few.
Yeah, the women, unfortunately, in Louisiana, health outcomes are poor. We have higher rates of diabetes, hypertension, rates of cancer. Really, every women's health outcome, when you compare us nationally, we are not doing very well. And so women are getting pregnant and carrying, a lot of risk factors with them into pregnancy. We also have women who are getting pregnant later in life, so at advanced maternal age. And then anytime you introduce technology into pregnancy, so fertility treatments, etc., you have a risk for multiples, which also carries with it risk for preterm delivery.
Absolutely. So let's go back to the micro preemie conversation, because the success rate of a hospital with micro preemies, that is so telling of their science. Talk about how successful you guys are at saving the youngest of the youngest.
Yeah, it's a journey for our families. They're often with us for many, many months. It's day by day, and we let our babies really direct the care. But we include the families, and we have the most amazing team of neonatologists at Manning Family Children's, both from LSU and Tulane, providing care to these really complex kids. It's a multidisciplinary team when you think about everything that goes into caring for these babies. It's not just the doctors and the nurses. It's highly specialized respiratory therapists, speech therapists, occupational therapists, lactation support, social work, child life. It's a huge team that goes into taking care of sometimes somebody who just takes up enough space in your hands.
I mean, it's amazing to see it. And if you can just tell us, last 30 seconds, how people can support this, because it's a $34 million project. Obviously, there is business, private backing, but what else needs to happen?
Yeah, we can't do initiatives like this without the support of our community. Philanthropic support is so incredibly necessary to fund. I mean, it's $35 million. It's not an insignificant investment. It's an investment worth making. And if anybody is looking to get involved, they can go to manningchildrens.org/new NICU to help us out.
Awesome. Congratulations again, and thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.